Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for June 8th. We're currently looking at the U.S.-Japanese yen pair. This particular pair we're expecting to move potentially as high as 99.59, possibly as low as 97.44. Look for some resistance around 99.00 and look for some support around 98.00. This pair did pull back, created an inside bar. We could definitely get a breakout of that to the upside. Overall, this pair has started to move sideways with a hard bias to the upside. Now, looking at the Euro USD pair, this particular pair closed down during this last session, ran into previous support, and then pulled back significantly prior to the close. We are looking for this pair to potentially move as high as 141.05, possibly as low as 137.07. Look for some resistance around 140 or 1.4 thousand. Look for some support around 138.24. This pair is moving sideways, currently a bias sideways as well. Let's take a look at the pound US dollar pair. This pair closed up for the session. It also did move lower though and run into previous support before pulling back and closing higher for the session. We are looking for this pair to potentially move as high as 162.31, possibly as low as 156.71. Look for some resistance around 161.71 and look for some support around 158.00. Now, switching over to the US Swiss, this particular pair has the potential to move as high as 110.71, possibly as low as 107.55. Look for some resistance around 1.0990 and look for some support around 1.0832. This particular pair did close up for this session, broke through previous resistance, but pulled back to close right around Friday's high. So not sure which direction this pair is going to go. Overall, we're looking for it to move sideways. Now, there's really no news announcements until Wednesday, believe it or not. No significant news till then. Now, what am I looking at during this next session? Well, in the U.S.-Japanese yen pair, this particular pair has formed a window of opportunity. And let me just show you kind of what that looks like. We have a low here that has been created during this last session, which the market came down and hit some resistance and then pulled back. Hit some support and then pulled back. This particular session's high, the market moved higher, hit resistance and pulled back. But if you notice between this point and this point during Friday's session, we had a large move up very quick. Well, we have this window of opportunity. If the market moves lower, we could basically sell at this low, a couple of pips below it, move down, and a couple of pips above this session's high, look to get out. So that is what I'm looking for. Place your stop loss just a pip above Friday's high, and you should be good. Kind of what that looks like as far as the trade goes. We've got around 70 pips there as far as the stop loss. If we drop a little bit below the low of this last session to the high here, we're sitting at about 92 pips. So your risk to reward ratio is a little bit over 1, and so you're good there as far as it's a little bit better than 1-to-1. Sorry. So that is what I'm looking for during this next session, is this window of opportunity to be filled. So I'm looking for the market to move through here and at least tag this lower point of previous resistance that is now would come and be support. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.